Welcome back, everybody. Let's do some drawing. Today, I'm going to draw with my 005. I found it. It was in my bag. Right. I was thinking zombies today. I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking zombies. What was like sort of zombie vampire-esque creatures. I don't know why. Just thought it'd be kind of cool. So, this character has had a bit of a run-in with a zombie chap, and they must have had some sort of altercation. I don't really know what happened, but obviously diplomacy had failed at this point, and yeah, they've had a bit of a scuff. So yeah, that's what's happening in the image today. And yeah, I haven't drawn zombies in a long time. I thought I'd give it a go, just in case I sort of lost my knack for it, but I'll have a little bit of a doodle and see how we do. Right, and we want a big long tongue. Yeah, that looks gross. Fantastic. Cool. Big old gross tongue. And then some nice gnarly choppers on the bottom. Cool. And nice. It's kind of gross already. Fantastic. So I was going to do my usual sporadic doodling, all over the place, but I think it might be useful if I just stick to sort of one place at a time, because I need to do some zooming in on this one, because it's fairly, that's not a big image, but it's covering a little bit of space on the paper, so it might be easier in terms of editing. Not that I do any editing, it's a bit complex for me. It's my partner that does all that, so she fixes everything that I make a mess of. But yeah, hope you're all doing really well. And yeah, the channel's doing unbelievably well, so I just want to say a huge thanks to start with to everyone that's been following, and all the lovely comments, and some of the comments are really funny and quite lovely, and also some of them are really asking some very good questions. A lot of the answers I do not have, but no, it's been good because I get to think about it and actually be like, oh, actually, that's a really good question. I don't know. Right. Okay, right, and cool. So yeah, huge thank you to everyone. We've had a crazy amount of new followers over the last couple of days, and honestly, we don't know why. It's just all of a sudden happened, and I mean, there's always lulls and dips and, my good points, but to be honest, we get just as excited if we get one new follower or 50 followers, it's always shouting to each other, new subscriber. And yeah, it makes our day, So thank you to everyone that's been just dropping a like or subscribe or just a nice comment. Means a lot. Right. He's got some funky hair. No, I do. Should he have eyebrows? I think this is, if anyone's watched the older videos, they know that I sometimes have a bit of an issue about drawing something that I shouldn't, such as mandrakes with noses, which I still think about every now and again. And yeah, that was one of those times I was thinking about putting eyebrows, and I thought, you know what, I think that's going to look really weird. Please don't do it. So I didn't, and I'm glad. It would have looked really strange. Yeah. Today I thought I'd have a little bit of an actual sketch to go by, because I tried a couple of times just making up as I go along, and some days I can do that. I can just kind of riff and make something out of nothing, but today was a slower day, so I thought maybe this would work better, and already I'm feeling better about this one. So I haven't really thought about it, but it kind of looks like the seller character again, so apologies if I'm getting bored of seller. I just thought it'd come up one more time. And if this is your first video here, watching the first video here, it's been a day, then yeah, Seller is a little comic book character that I made years ago, and I tried to, you know, be an artist for Image Comics, and I got some nice feedback, but it wasn't really their cup of tea, so, you know, I went back to the drawing board, as it were. Drawing board? Drawing board. It's a very easy thing to say that for some reason I can't today. Never mind. Yeah, so I thought, well, clearly I wasn't thinking anything, but unconsciously my brain was like, yep, it's time to do some more Seller. So this is the character. And you'll see a little bit more of him as we go along. Don't know what my hand's doing here, just hanging out. Oh, he looks really ugly. I like him. Right, and he's wearing a shirt. Like so. I do lots of little stress lines and wrinkles and a couple of little rips and stuff just to make the t-shirt a little bit more interesting. Should have done it a bit slack, really, because then I can do a bit more movement and make it a little bit more interesting, but I think that'll be okay. I think we'll get away with that one anyway. And I've done him a little bit too muscular, you know, because he's a zombie vampire, so probably on the more lean side. And we'll do some veins and make it kind of gross looking. Like so. Yeah, that'll do. Very cool. And then, what should we do? His shirt. We'll do his shirt kind of hanging off him. Like so. And, oh, we should have done this neck more elongated, but that's fine. Maybe the punch has only just happened, sort of thing. Yeah, a few little details. A few more little veins. I feel like zombies are always really veiny, aren't they? And gaunt and kind of creepy looking. Cool. Right. How should we do his shirt? Oh, we'll do the other arm first. Not sure to do his arm behind or... Yeah, we do it behind. Kind of like, in my head, it was kind of like doing a Naruto run and then kind of got jammed with the old left hook. Right. I haven't done a fight scene in ages, actually. It's nice to do them. They're kind of fun to do, and, you know, they're a little bit violent, but, you know, I always try to make sure there's a little bit of a comic value to it, you know, so it's not too over the top. Right. I forgot to ask. I hope you all got your cup of tea. Or did I ask? I don't know. It's not my first time trying to record this today. I feel like I've forgotten what I was already saying. Doesn't matter. Cool. Nice. Cool. So his shirt, I feel like it should be, yeah, I'll do it like that. And I'll sort of have it rising up sort of thing. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Should have left a little bit more space here to play with the creases, but I think we can get away with that. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. And again, we're not really trying to draw the most aesthetically beautiful image ever made, because it's not really my style or my capability. But try and draw something kind of cool looking, you know. And yeah, that's kind of our goal. Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I hope you're all doing really well. Got your cups of tea or coffee and an array of delicious biscuits. Very, very important while watching the video. Well, I feel anyway. Mm-hmm. And lots of little hairs everywhere. Gonna make it more messy than usual. I think that's kind of cool. Go on like that. And then, we'll do this hand first. How should that one be? Wrist was a bit thin. Right. And little knuckle. Another little knuckle, little knuckle. Cool, that's fine. Some little veins. And then, cool. Kind of looks like he's going to flip like a pog. Do you remember pogs? Oh no, am I giving away my age? I remember pogs. Back in my day when we didn't have mobile phones, we played with pogs. Simple times. Right. Not that I would ever suggest playing pogs. It's crap. Right, hand. Nice little claw. And then have a sort of, I suppose, the finger coming back on itself like that. Oh dear, it's a really weird looking. Uh-oh. I think I missed a step there. Can I save this? Yes. Sort of. Don't look at this one. This hand's not very good. Uh-oh. Alright, let's just ignore this one. I should have listened. Listened? I should have looked at for my plan a little bit better. But I think we've almost got away with that one. Yeah. We'll just call that stylized. We'll move on swiftly. Excellent, excellent. Right. Very cool. And we'll do a little bit of maintenance. Right. And then moving down Seller's arm. And as you've seen before, if you've seen before, he's got loads of fungi and little bits on him and stuff like that. Cool. Cool. Oh, should have written kapow. Maybe I could do that in editing. Right, and then rib cage there, hip there. Where's his leg down here? Ribs. I have to make this up as we go along on this one then, because for some reason I thought his leg would be down here, and clearly that's not the case. So we're just going to make this one up, actually. We're going to do the little things for the belt and whatnot, but I don't think he's going to even have a belt. And then, where should the... I mean, his leg could be out here, couldn't it? Because then we get to draw a weirdly over-muscled thigh, which... I don't know why, I just think they're really fun to draw, you know. Not so much arms and shoulders, but legs. I like drawing legs, I think they're interesting. And there we go. And we'll come back. Should we come back to that bit? I don't know. Okay, I think we got away with this leg actually, even though there was no plan for it. We're going to leave this little bit. I've got a plan for that bit, I think. Well, I'm going to pretend I do. And hopefully I'll make it up as I go along later on. Hopefully. That's the plan. The fact there is no plan. Right. And then a bit of the coat kind of coming down here. Yeah, this is looking all right. We'll do some zombie-esque skin here. Do some little veins. Lots of little veins everywhere. And little bits of gross decay. It's under his shirt. Cool. Right, seems really weird, the shape is. You know, it's because I've done a bend in the leg. Let's see if we can kind of tidy that out. There we go. We'll just pretend that was part of it. Nice. Right, what am I doing? I don't know. Right, and we'll do his hair. Oh, you know what? I've kind of realised I've drawn the back of Sella rather than the front. So it kind of makes it a little bit trickier to do the bits I really like. But we'll make do, won't we? Well, I don't know. Maybe we will. Very spawn-like cape, coat, thing, as usual. Oh, I did have a little thing to talk about. We will go back and finish off Herloff, the big barbarian in the digital, soon, very soon. In fact, it will be the next video we do. So if anyone's waiting for that, fear not, it's on the way. Right, and there's the rest of his cape, his leg. Cool. So ugly. I like it. Right. And then, right, how's his hair going to be? I like the idea of his hair and the coat trails kind of looking similar to each other. So there's that sort of, I don't know, parallel unison thing. I think that'll look kind of cool. But we'll see if we can sort of recreate it without trying too hard, so it doesn't feel organic and natural. Okay. Yeah. I have to do a little bit squiggly wiggly just so that we can kind of have this almost cape-like hair. We'll see how this turns out. I'm not too sure. I should have done a little bit more practice on this, but I feel like if I practice too much, then it doesn't feel like natural, you know? It just feels a little bit, you know, scripted. Okay, that's looking okay. A little bit comic-y, and that's what we're going for. A little bit more hair here. And there's something very 80s rock and roll about this character's hair right now. Kind of digging it. Right, and then his other shoulder here. His coat's really weird, and I don't know. I'm not sure if it is weird or if I just drawn it strange, or maybe it's just how I'm looking at it. I guess I'm not doing the rest of the bottom, so. Ooh. Hang on, let me move the camera slightly. There we go. Ah, magic. Right. And then do the sort of tricep bit. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen this character before and haven't heard my ramblings before. The idea of the coat was kind of to mix in with the character, and I always like these, these comics and stuff where the clothes kind of show the definition of the muscle, even where it really shouldn't. It's just not possible for it to be that taut or whatever, unless you're Hugh Jackman. But yeah, I like the idea. So even though it's a coat, you can kind of see the tricep, and you can see all like the deltoid muscles and stuff like that. I just think it's cool looking. Doesn't really make sense, but I think it's cool. Okay, and then we'll finish with this. Well, we're not going to finish. I think maybe we've got plenty of time actually, and maybe it's time to do a few more details throughout. Yeah, slightly slightly less than usual detailing. I just kind of just fancy drawing something a little bit silly and different, and just fancy doing it a little bit quicker than usual, just so we can get it out there. Nice little idea and not worry about it too much. And I might do his other thigh coming down right over here as well. That's kind of cool. Right. And then do his hand. I think the hand I've done is a little bit big, so we might have to make this up again on the spot. That's okay. We don't mind doing that. Sometimes. Right, and then his thumb. Oh, I should have drawn another biscuit. No, that's silly. Is that silly? Yeah, silly. Don't do it. And then all the straps and wraps around his hands. Cool. Cool. And then cool. If it was a bigger piece of paper, I could have had him being knocked out of his shoes, which I thought that would be really cool. Well, I think it would be anyway. Right, and then some ripped jeans. Yeah, because these are Rockstar too. He's a Rockstar zombie vampire. Cool. I just go around. We just even everything up and give everything a little bit more lease of life. A little bit more love. There we go. It's not basic, but it's a little bit less than we usually do, but that's okay. I think it was quite nice to have a bit of a quick image. Oh, it is quick. Yeah, 23 minutes so far. Not bad at all. That means more time for pickies and tea. What do you reckon? Excuse me. I think we'll call that one, because I don't want to overwork it and it was just for a bit of fun. But I hope you all really enjoyed yourselves here today, and thank you for all the support. Oh, there's a boiler, perfect timing, so I'll finish like that. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much to all the lovely comments, the kind words, the support. Thank you so much to my patrons and my old druid biscuit compadre patron. I can't remember the name of the actual patron thing, but anyway, thank you all so much and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.